Welcome to today's lesson. Today we're looking at forces and movements. Forces and movements. Alright. So force measurement, friction, lubrication, frictional force are our keywords. In the picture here, you can open to your textbooks to follow the lesson. In the picture here, you can see a man. It is not too clear, but try to see. You can see a man pushing and pulling. You can see a magnet taking needles. You can see a boy throwing catapults. You can see somebody squeezing, somebody pushing a car, and somebody riding a bicycle. These are all forces that are being applied here. So a force is defined as a push or pull of an object. So immediately you push something or you pull something, you apply force to that thing. When you push or pull an object, the position changes. The direction can change. The shape can change. The force can make an object to stop moving. If the object is moving and you can apply force to it to make it stop. There are different types of forces, and some of them are elastic force, we have elastic force, compressional force, compressional force, frictional force, magnetic force, and many other force like force of gravity, electrostatic force, centripetal force, and many other forces. Let's look at frictional force. Frictional force is a force that is created when two surfaces move against each other. Now try to rub your palm. If you rub your palm up and down, you see when one is going up, one is coming down, your palm become hot. That is frictional force. When two surfaces move in opposite directions, frictional force is formed. Uses or advantages of friction. 1. Friction between our shoes and the ground help us to walk freely without slipping. So friction can be reduced. That is why when you step on banana peels, you fall, because banana peel is very smooth and the friction there is reduced. Cars and bicycles are able to move because of the friction between the tires and the ground. Without friction, the tires would just spin. We cannot also hold a pen in our hand without friction. Let's assume you are writing and your hands or your palm is wet, or you have oil in your palm. Are you able to write? Well, no. You see the pen falling. It means friction in your palm is reduced. Friction helps us to sharpen tools. It helps us to sharpen tools such as the holes and cutlasses. Friction also helps machine parts to move. Alright, let's try this. What is a force? State two examples of forces. What is friction? Alright, so In forces and movement today, we learn that a force is a push or pull of an object, and that when we push or pull an object, or when force is applied, it can make an object to stop moving, or to move, or to change their position. We said we have elastic force, compressional force, frictional force, magnetic force, gravitational force, and many other forces as the type of forces. And we said frictional force is formed or is created when two surfaces move against each other when they are in contact. And so uses of force, frictional force help us to walk without falling, and bicycles or cars to move without slipping, or if not, they will spin in the air. This will be the end of today's lesson. Meet again, and it's bye bye. So this is one of the videos or online lessons on forces for basic 5. That was during the COVID period for a school. With what you have learned now from the PLC, can you tease out the LOs, the LIs of the lesson? Can you also identify if GESI was incorporated in the lesson, 21st century skills, whether ICT was also used in the lesson? You can tease out a lot of other items as well. Then, this is an online lesson for the class, so it was pre-recorded, and after the pre-recording, it was shared on a WhatsApp platform that was created for the learners. So learners had a platform. Mostly the numbers that was used to join was that of their parent, and the teachers will make the video or the lesson and upload it onto the platform. And if there are any other questions, the teacher will explain for them. Right. This lesson could have this lesson would have been taught in far different ways with more TLRs. The lesson would have also been taught, if it were to be a face-to-face lesson, the format would have also been different. Check the lesson and compare it with what you are doing, and find out or tease out some of the things that the teacher did wrongly or the teacher could have done better to improve the lesson, and also to make the lesson more student-centered. Do you think this lesson was okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate this particular online section or online lesson? And if somebody who is a new teacher is watching this, what advice will you give to the teacher? Because sometimes you see teachers go to class and what they do is they just open the textbook and ask students, okay, let's read, and we read. Even if it is science, the same principle. Let's read. Take your book, open to page this, and let's read. In the 21st century learning, is this method still appropriate? And what should have been done differently? Subscribe to our channel.